Ladies and gentlemen, His Holiness Tenzin Gyatso, 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet.
How's it? Very strong light. May I put this? Okay. You also, I think this one. Oh, you also have. Same, isn't it? This one. My dog. Oh, I see. Long time, my friend, two friends, in fact, elder spiritual brothers, a Christian brother and two Christian brothers. So, and then brothers and sisters. I'm extremely happy, great honor, sitting with these spiritual brothers together. These days, I felt I am quite old, 77. With them, I'm younger. Firstly, the institution, center.
Dalai Lama Center for Ethics and Values, Human Values.
They organize this gathering, so thank you very much. Thank you. And not only just at this occasion, but they carry some sort of serious program. Actually, I think different part of the world. So I appreciate, thank you. Our main aim is promote human values, ethics. With sense of global responsibility. It is our entire 7 billion human beings' interest, better world, peaceful, better, ultimately not matter, not power, not material facility, but inner peace. Even animal, some inner peace there, then their attitude become automatically more peaceful. As a result, surrounding much more calm. So, the ultimate source of peace is here. Not on paper, not on nice speech, declaration. So after I received Nobel Peace Prize, the money which
Comes with the price.
comes with the prize, I set up one organization as a global
Foundation for Universal Responsibility.
in India. There are some more other places also happen. Some centers quite active, some center a little bit sleepy. I think seems quite active. So I'm very, very happy. So now here, Kasa,
Beyond religion.
my talk, ethics beyond religion. Actually, this sort of name, beyond religion, sort of global ethics, this is not my sort of recommendation. The publisher made that. So I a little bit sort of anxiety, right? Anxious.
Now.
The beyond religion means it is something better than religion. Not that meaning. Beyond religion means it is not relying on religious faith, but actually basis of all major religious tradition. Any tradition which emphasizes the importance of love, compassion, forgiveness, so that's the universal value. So itself, we can consider something separate from religious belief. Because, you see, these values actually, biologically, you see, create this potential. So when we are born, the affection from our mother is most important factor for survival or proper growth. Some scientists, you see, they told me that after birth, next few weeks, simply mother's physical touch is the major factor for proper development or proper sort of enlargement child's brain. Obviously, even animal, we can see the youngster with mother much happier. Separated, then
Anxious.
much sort of the
Anxious.
So that's biological factor. In fact, all major religious tradition is strengthening that thing, love, affection, and utilize different philosophical views to bring firm conviction. These are fundamental value. That's my view. Isn't it? Okay.
You
Say
agree?
that way.
Completely
I have to seek, you see, they are not. If they say that I have to take very seriously. So, I think according to theistic religion, you see, God creates humanity or whole world. So the Creator Himself, full of compassion. So naturologically, you see, those creatures created by God, you see, must be compassionate person. If some aspect of Creator, a lot of anger, a lot of jealousy, Then we creature also, you see, can practice that, can practice or can.
Those qualities.
Can 가서다.
Develop those qualities.
No, let.
그래.
그 공도도 나게 사리데 그쭉 쳐가서지.
So in that case, if we were created in those kind of way, then we can let these negative qualities flourish in us.
Since Creator Himself, these things there. No, absolutely not. God means infinite compassion, infinite love. So logically, the creature should sort of follow or should sort of copy God's sort of quality. That's love. Then non-theistic religious tradition also. You see, the emphasis on law of causality, cause and effect. So cause now here, or effect, or experiences, feeling pleasure and feeling of sadness or sorrow, pains. These related with its own causes. Now, since these experience, feeling are part of mind, so its ultimate
Causes.
important cause, major causes must be on the mind. So therefore, mental level, any sort of kind of mind or emotion which harming other, the result, you will suffer. Emotional level, something, desire to help them, to bring joyfulness, to bring happiness on other. Because of the nature of that emotion is that kind, so result or consequences will be you get benefit. So that's according the law of causality.
The law of causality.
Law of causality sort of philosophical thinking that way. So both same aim. Person who follow this tradition should be more compassionate person. Now, all religious tradition, you see that. But basically, these are a biological factor. At the time of our birth, no religious faith. Family background, we say, oh, this is Buddhist, this is Christian, this is Muslim. But actually, the child, no idea about religion. But the child, before even talk, even before open eye, when I born, my sister, elder sister, is taking care me. So she told me, my one eye, this one, I can't remember. One eye closed, one eye little open. So then my sister opened that eye. So anyway, like animal, we notice it's a very young baby. Before open their eye, they already sort of know the mother's, what's it,
Milk, yeah.
the small one.
Teats.
No,
teats. Teats, indeed. Simjela, teats.
No.
Teats.
I don't know, you see. That you see, that kind of pimple.
Nipples.
Milk come. So these, you see, these young sort of baby, even before open eye, you see, they try to find that. Once they reach their mouth, very peacefully, very happily sucking milk. So that's a biological factor. And the mother's side also, tremendous sort of affection to the youngster. This is a biological factor, not religious matter. So I'm saying that that's, I want to show, to tell people, affection, compassion These are not religious business. If you have religious faith, wonderful. Practice these things and further increase these things. Even no faith about religion, you should not forget these values.
These qualities.
Oh,
These qualities.
these qualities. This is for your own interest, for the happier days and months like that. So that's the main thing. So that what say? Usually I call secular ethics. Now, when I use the word secularism, not at all some meaning of negative towards religion. No. My friend, some Christian friend, and also some Muslim friend, they have some kind of reservation. The word secularism. Secular. They feel secular means a little bit negative towards religious faith. According to Indian understanding, you see, secular means respect all religions, and also including non-believers' view. So I think naturally, when independent India was established, the continent multi-religious sort of society. So therefore, their constitution, deliberately, based on secularism. So secularism means respect all religions, no preference in this religion or that religion. So when I use the word secularism, secular that way. So my brother, do you think secular means a little negative towards religion or not?
It certainly involves different perspectives. Some people understand something different, but your explanation of it sounds very solid.
According to you?
Yeah. Normally, we would use secularity in a different way, but the way Your Holiness has described it, it expresses what we call sacred secularity, that everyday things, everything in everyday life is sacred, because
sacred,
the divine is in it. It's holy. Everything is holy.
Sacred secularity.
I want to make clear. I think during French Revolution or Bolshevik Revolution, I think the movement, some kind of the attitude against religion. But that not necessarily religion itself, but rather religious institution.
Right.
So, because the religious institution is very much linked with the elite group.
Ruling elite.
Ruling elite. They really suppress the people, exploit people. So, while they against that sort of ruling class, since the ruling class received blessing or support from religious institution, so automatically some kind of negative attitude towards religious institution. But not religion. I think hardly anyone who against compassion, who against, the human affection. No, how can Even I never appreciate our affection. Then those revolutionary people, revolutionaries to the movement people, naturally, how can they against human spiritual brotherhood, sisterhood, based on compassion and practice of forgiveness? That. So therefore, down here, so in practical level, out of 7 billion human beings, quite a big portion of that population, not much interest. Even those people who say the religious sort of follower, but day-to-day life, not much concern about the religious sort of the advice. There are a lot of people who suppose believer, say follower, practitioner or follower of Hinduism, and Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, and so on, and Buddhism also. But their real life, they don't care. What is the religious
Teachings.
What's the teaching? They don't care about the teaching. They carry corruptions, cheating other people. Or frankly speaking, sometimes I feel religion, if not properly sort of practice, then religion also gives us practice of hypocrisy, pretension. Oh, I'm holy. Whatever I say is God's instruction. And then some faithful people easily manipulate. Dangerous. So therefore, there are such people. They claim themselves as a religious person, but in reality, they don't care about this real sort of teaching. So that's what is lacking about that is they have no firm conviction about these basic values. So therefore, and also you see, the major portion, or at least
Major part of the world.
At least some portion of the people, not much interested about religion, then these also part of the humanity. They also have the responsibility to build a happier world. So they should have motivation and vision, better world, happier world, equal world, right? And more peaceful world. So these people just self-centered attitude and indulge all sorts of the activities. That's why a lot of unhealthy things in the society. So now in order to bring conviction in this such non-believer's mind, it's useless to say, oh, Buddha said that, or Jesus Christ said that, Allah said that. No. So we have to sort of educate them. I think mainly scientific finding. Then also our common experience and common sense. We can educate them for your own happy life, happy family, happy community. The compassionate sort of feeling, compassionate attitude is the key factor. Firstly, we are a social animal. Individuals' sort of happy life or even survival entirely depend on the rest of the community. That's the reality. If you develop extreme self-centered attitude, then you actually isolate from the society. It is a big contradiction. The society is the basis of your own happy life. Now that basis of your own life, you against that or because of the
neglect.
Neglect. How can? So, I think like 신부지기, 신리야, 그래서 로달이야, 개천부지기야나 신서시대 자심을 찍으러
So just as a farmer who really cares for a good crop would take seriously the soil that he has on the farm. So the same way.
So the society, now particularly today's world, each individual's nation, their future, like United States, their future, very much related with the rest of the world, and European also. Your sort of successful future, very much related with the rest of the world. So that's today's reality. Then on top of that, the ecology, global warming. Not question of this nation facing problem due to global warming, this nation or that nation in particular. No, entire humanity facing. So, new reality show us this 7 billion human beings must work full cooperation and take sort of the common responsibility. So now the way educate that, few sort of priests like you, like me, not sufficient. Maybe during this sort of the preaching or people showing some interest, then afterward disappear. So we have to sort of work from kindergarten up to university level. Educate, like health sort of education, right? Usually health education, mainly physical health. Now, equally, the mental health is equally important. So why not education about mental health? Not talking about heaven or hell, or Buddhist, not talking about nirvana or next life. Simply, how to build happier world, happier human community, less sort of violence, ultimately related with here. So, in education field, some kind of teaching of ethics or moral ethics that strictly based on secular approach. So that is the meaning of
beyond
ethics or beyond religion. I want to tell you, of course, last few days I expressed these things. Now here I may be another point, with permission from these two elder spiritual brothers. Because sometimes you see in a religious field, the little bit sort of the male yatsiyat.
Dominance.
Dominance, male dominance. Right? So here is my point is, say, I think 100,000 years ago, or million years ago, of course, then people I think everybody equal. Marxists say original communism. Everybody work together, and whatever they get, share equally. Then gradually, farming system developed. Then population also increased. Then some problems among the community. Then is the idea of injustice, right? So then the concept of leadership used to come. So at that time, no rule of education. So in order to become leadership, only physical strength, like animal. There was a social animal, right? Social animal, their leadership physically more stronger. So that become the leader or dominant. Then eventually education come. Education develop. Education brings more equality. Male. So therefore, at that time, since physical is the key factor in order to become leader, then male dominance is eventually developed. Generally speaking, of course, some female physically very strong, particularly in this country, you see some are very, 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 very strong. So then education comes. Education brings more equality, right? More equal. So now my point is, now we are 21st century. So we need some effort, promotion of human compassion. In that respect, biologically, female have more sort of sensitivity about others' suffering. I think most of the war hero, actually murderer, most of them male. So I think biologically, some scientists, you see, they have the view, according to their sort of research. Two-person, male, female, watching one sort of movie picture. There are one very person, painful sort of experience. Then the response from two-person, one female, one male, the female more sort of stronger response, heart beating, or the difficult sort of breathing, these things. So these are not due to religious belief, but biological factor. So therefore, at a time when we need some serious effort to promote human compassion, the female should take more active role in this field. So that I want to share. I want to tell you. So, finally, people in this hall, perhaps 2,000, over 2,000 people, each one should feel, each one have potential, make some contribution for a better world. Should not think helpless. Sometimes I also do feel that way. Just a single person. How can you see, make some kind of difference? Then think the worldwide movement. First start from individual. I think inner peace. First, individual should create. Then in the family. then your neighbor, say 10 families, 100 families, 1,000 families. That's the way change. Like as I
like when you drop a pebble into the water, you can see the ripples starting from the center and spreading outwards.
So that's the way any sort of movement start from individual, not from government, not from sort of highest as an organization like UN. No, I think ultimately we individual should take initiative on your own sort of level, then share with more people. So think each one has certain sort of opportunity or responsibility there. So think more and keep enthusiasm to do something. Then, like me, now most part of my life gone. So perhaps next 15, 20 years maybe. So then at the end, I really it was departing from this world with full satisfaction while I'm alive. I made
My life.
I said my life meaningful, and I make effort, no regret. All these sort of goal, I never expect materialize within my lifetime. So if you think a certain goal or should materialize within my lifetime, otherwise it's no effort, that's wrong. We have to think humanity. Humanity means generation to generations. Kunisa domzang mare.
Laril.
Nisha domzang ro. Monk.
Laril.
Christian monk. So we three, no children. But we have to think about other sort of children, grandchildren. We have to think, isn't it? So at the time of his death, you really feel then, no regret. I done my own share, maximum way. Whenever opportunity comes, I made attempt. No regret. At that time, those people who have a lot of money in bank, no single sort of
Penny.
a penny they can carry. Very powerful, but at that moment, no use. Beautiful physical, at that time, no use. Only memory, what you've done while you are alive. I done sincerely some good thing, some positive thing. At that time, you get maximum satisfaction, peace of mind at that moment with this sort of, your meaningful life, like that. So, finished. Now, some comment or some criticism or some objections, most welcome. Yes?
Your Holiness.
And perhaps I may add something. I think our sort of tradition, the study, we use a lot of sort of logics. So we more or less trained for your own view. Some opposition comes, then you see the argue. That we from childhood we train that. So I would like to have that kind of opportunity to use.